Well, Nikki, it seems like it's been a while since you and I have actually played a game against each other now.
It seems like it because that's the way it is.
It
We
is.
haven't played a game in a while, so
Not against each other, at least.
no.
This was actually our very first Shatterpoint game, and it was exciting. I really, really wanted to play Darth Vader, and you were playing Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yep.
I guess I was also playing Dooku, but I was more interested in Vader. And plus, the Vader versus Anakin mind in the duel, that just seemed too awesome. So that's really what I wanted to do with this game. And it was our first game to try against each other. Well,
Yeah. Yeah. I
uh,
and I love Obi-Wan. He's one of my favorites, so
hello there.
and
Yes.
I don't think I've played him yet. Maybe I did
I'm trying to remember
once.
if you did also maybe in a practice game because we did a practice game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 501st. I was gonna pick them, but since you were gonna play Anakin, it obviously you needed to. 501st is one of the only units really that work with Darth Vader right now. I was saying with the B1s, and that's just not fun. So yeah, this we've got a new camera person, and we were still trying to figure some things out. So we apologize for just kind of jumping back and forth. We will be better about that in the next one.
All right. So there's you.
Yep, I am moving up my B1s. They are nasty, but I really they need the support of other separatists, which is why I brought Dooku.
Yeah, the last time I played the B ones, they were probably my MVP. They were so like just the whole, how they support each other and it was pretty good.
Right. And then with the tactical battle droids, they buffed them quite significantly. I did not have one, unfortunately, this game. You brought in Anakin.
All right, so paid a force power for force jump.
And then you're coordinating fire off those 501st, so you're going to attack my B1s, who are now strained as a result of that coordinated
Yeah,
fire.
sorry about that, Andy.
I just
I
don't think
hate to
you were.
start the game out that way, but
Oh, that I feel some falsehoods in that statement. So, yeah. It just seems like when Anakin goes against anyone, but more so a support unit like the B1s, you're just kicking like a puppy there.
yeah.
I mean, they're a very vicious little puppy, but you really just
Nonetheless,
you
yeah.
just smack the crap out of them.
So shoved them, and I wanted to kind of get myself um, right there to block the ladder in case anybody wanted to come up the ladder.
Yeah, we've that's something we've been trying to do better. The Ingress points. We've had a little bit of a challenge there. Dooku. All right. Well, Dooku is pretty sweet. Unlike most primaries, he has an ability that affects the whole army, which in this case are other separatists. So I've moved up Jango Fett, and now I'm moving up Dooku. They're just marching on forward. I am now activating the ability of the Magna Guard to follow a primary separatist. So that's what's going on here. Magna Guard, I wasn't too sure about. They don't have the best offensive ability. Yeah, it's called Protection Protocols, and it only affects Separatist primaries, which kind of kicked me in the rear early or later in the game with Vader because I was thinking they could do it with him too. They cannot, but they do offer some great support to those primaries. So now I'm going to shoot the 501st with my Force Lightning. That's fun.
Ooh, force lightning.
Force Lightning, yes. Like Grease Lightning, but even worse. So some of you will get that. All right, so not too bad.
Okay, so get a move on soldier, which would allow Rex or an allied unit to dash. Um,
Allied Galactic Republic.
Allied Galactic Republic to dash, and then he's going to advance.
I like that it doesn't have a range, so you could have really affected anybody. I believe it doesn't have a range, but I like that affects everybody on the battlefield.
Yeah,
It's a
I
really
believe that's correct. I don't think it has a range.
so Rex is going against Dooku, you think you can handle the Dooku?
I
Yeah.
do. I think I can
What
handle it.
in the ever-living crap just happened there?
That was a lot of failures.
That
Dooku.
I mean, looking at his card, he has
He's
twice the.
getting pretty
He
old. I
is a little
mean,
decrepit. Oh my gosh! What just happened?
yeah, you were a little gobsmacked. Is that a
God,
good?
I think that would be the right term. Yeah.
You weren't expecting much from that.
And I wasn't close enough for my Magna Guard, I think, to affect that one. So yeah, I didn't get cover one. Yeah, that just
A lot of your plans were falling through. I noticed. You were like, but no, but
I had one major plan, and that was to move Vader forward and destroy everything. Um, everything else was secondary to that.
well, we'll see what
We'll see what
happens
happens.
with Vader.
All right, so I made a move action, climb with that Magna Guard, and just an advance with the other. That brought me up into range of Captain Rex, who now I needed to avenge Dooku. See how well I can do with that one. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. Not great. Yeah.
You got one little success in there.
A little success. So you're steadfast, which means you ignore the first push. Or shove. It's a shove.
It's a shove. I know. I keep saying push when it's shove. Okay, so again, defensive maneuver.
Shocking. Actually, that's a really fair. It's a great way to kill all your force, but it's a really good move, especially with Obi-Wan stating that you kind of get the hunker ability in melee combat, which
Yeah.
is the majority of my combat.
Yeah, so that's the 2-1-2, right?
The 2-1-2.
So one guy moved up to get an objective. Now I'm going to attack. Is that the Magna Guard?
Yep, Magna Guard.
Yeah.
And they're both attacking the same unit. So,
I mean,
you pinned him.
You know.
He's like twirling his little vibro staff around, blocking everything. And yeah, I am just not having a lot of success with my rolls right now.
Yeah, you're rolling a lot of failures. So
they are that side is pretty much a failure right now as it stands. Whoa,
ooh,
we're getting a little close to that. Django. I was excited to try Django. I keep on wanting to call him Boba, but he's not Boba. He's Django. He's Daddy. So my client is getting impatient. I focus, but I get a jump forward, which is pretty sweet. Now I'm going to not shoot. Well, I guess it is shoot close combat. Woo! Look at that. And what are you going to do about that, Nikki?
Well, let's just see. Nothing. I do nothing. I'm like,
Woo!
I just lay down and let it happen.
You basically do.
Like, please don't hurt me, sir.
You maneuver perfectly. So yeah, I wounded you in that. It wasn't enough to avenge Dooku, but it felt pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. So
oh my goodness.
Django is fun. Let me say, yeah, I will say Django's a lot of fun. And he was surprisingly good in melee combat. Oh, but now Cody.
All right, Cody, what you got for me?
I had mixed feelings about Cody. He's done super well in certain games and not well at all in others. He really is a support secondary. I mean, in other words, he wants to support other people.
Okay, so say goodnight, Clanker.
Sharpshooter 2.
Sharpshooter 2, and then you don't benefit from cover.
Which he would have had from the Magna Guard. So no, I don't. Oh. Yeah. Ow. Good gracious.
I mean, it could have been worse, Andy. Could have been worse.
Worse than he got wounded?
It couldn't have been worse, Andy. It couldn't have been worse.
Oh, ouch.
So I think I get a momentum.
You get a momentum, and I believe that's the phase. Let's see.
I believe you are correct.
Oh, that hurts a lot. That was a really fast phase, Nikki. Good job.
Well, your rolling helped.
It did. You're welcome. All right, so that was a pretty brutal phase 1. Phase 2 is me, and
Ooh.
Ooh.
This is what you've been waiting for.
Yes, we are all humming the Imperial March at this point. It was fantastic. And what I love is, in Legion, he's a short mover. In this game, he moves just as fast as everyone else, if not faster, because of Vader's fury. Now, I wasn't able to get into melee, but I was able to throw my lightsaber at you. So, take a lightsaber to the face, Anakin. Very similar to what Luke. All right. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. Because of Vader's fury, you automatically took two more damage from that as well. So that was a pretty good attack, and it moved you off the objective. Now, neither one of us were going to be able to claim it.
All right, Obi-Wan. Hello there.
Hello there.
There just wasn't a whole lot I could do at this point. I just put him there and hunkered.
Yeah, it just, you kind of had to wait to see how this.
So did you get Shatter?
I got Shatterpoint.
You got Shatterpoint.
Vader's fury again.
And I love how you're like, yes, Anakin is my focus. Like you don't care about anything else.
Nope.
You just want to get to Anakin.
No strategy involved here. Just Anakin.
This is typical Andy.
This is typical me. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that was pretty fun. Quite a bit of damage on old Anakin.
Did you wound him?
Not yet. I did.
Yes, you did.
I did. I thought I didn't, but yes, I did.
Poor Anakin is wounded by his future self. That's gotta suck. I mean,
is that self-reflective though?
It's one of those things that's just gotta suck.
It's metaphysical too. So yes, but that was pretty sweet. Yeah, that's mission accomplished in this game. Yet you drew him next.
So I drew him next. So I'm injured. Force jump. Let's get back at my future self here.
I won't turn into this. Yeah. So you focused.
Which you were saying there was something on Clone.
Yeah.
Clone Wars where this is sort of this was what my canon when I was playing this game.
Right. So he goes to this planet where the Force is embodied by a brother, a sister, and a father. The father being the balance, the sister being the light, and the brother being the dark side.
Just shoved you a couple of times, by the way.
Yeah. And in that Clone War, he saw himself doing what he did in the Revenge of the Sith. It was pretty sweet. It was a good episode. Highly recommended.
Yeah, I'd like to go. I know I watched the Clone Wars, but it's been years.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go back and watch it.
So, well, not bad.
Pretty good job, Anakin. Pretty good job.
You kind of got back at your future self. But it's not over yet. Oh, nay. Not by a long shot. So Reva, she was kind of one I just wanted to play. There was not a whole lot of synergy with Reva, Vader, and the B1s. I just wanted to play her. I thought she'd be fun to play. So she's going against Anakin. Let's see how she can do against him.
Anakin's just getting it from all sides.
He is. I mean, and those are two nasty people as well. Vader, of course. Reva, no joke. Third sister, yeah. She did some damage. So.
And he's already injured, so.
He is injured. Plump, plump. Threw him off the tower there. Mine! So yeah. Points are starting to rack up a little bit. My nemesis, Cody.
All right. Good old defensive maneuver.
Yeah, you played him very well this game.
I felt like I was kind of getting the game, hopefully.
Now that I'm watching this, I'm wondering, you probably should have coordinated fire more often. I think you mentioned that at the end of the game.
Yeah, I did. There were several things. You got to know your cards.
You do.
And you got to know the ones that aren't right in front of you.
Yes.
That's the big thing. So.
That's absolutely true. So there was probably more that should have happened during this game.
Absolutely. I feel like I did play better than I probably ever have. But
so this round got messed up a little bit. This is not actually how it ended up being. But I did do my client is getting impatient so I could jump forward. What I really did was the capture wire to push him back. This was when I thought the 501st actually were injured, but they weren't, or wounded. So I pulled him back and grabbed the objective, and that's how I scored. That's not what was reflected there. We do apologize for the confusion.
Okay, 2-1-2.
Again, very, very nasty people.
I feel like they were the MVP for me.
Very much so. And they wanted a little bit of oh, they're attacking Django and Dooku. Someone's feeling froggy here. Did you not just see what happened last round, Nikki?
Well,
Having the advantage, being able to pick how the objectives go is huge.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. So
Surely you can do better. That's me. That's Dooku. So basically, I spent 3 force power, and I can turn 3 hits into 2 fails.
I was really surprised you did that. That was a lot of force power.
Okay, we were first. I think we were about to rotate the deck, or we were getting close to. I needed to do something at this point. I knew I was losing.
We had just shuffled the deck, Andy.
Had we?
Yeah.
Then I was full
That's
of power.
why I was so
Oh, the
surprised.
first couple rounds, I had excess, so I was like, why not? There's not a whole lot I could use my force power on, or my the force to power right now. But now that I think about it, when you're injured, everything costs 1 extra force. So maybe I did, and just I cheated. So I apologize if I did. But yeah, that's in fact Dooku should have spent an extra one on that one. Now that I think about it,
Dooku cheating.
I did. So
Uh-huh.
just remember that's how that works. I decided to go ahead and take the strain damage. I just could not afford to do other things with the B1s. As far as removing it, I needed every bit of ability I could have with them.
This is phase 3. You're starting to get you're
I am
getting a little
desperate. Yeah.
desperate. Yeah.
So they just maneuvered, repositioned. I'm sorry. So that was against Anakin. Now we're going to be attacking the 2-1-2. But yeah, no, it's I was feeling the pressure. That was a good roll too for the B1s. Can come through sometimes.
Sometimes they do. It's crazy.
Another maneuver for that side. Just kind of move them over there. Oh, hello. Well, that's actually more like an Obi-Wan hello. So yeah, I did not do nearly enough to get points. I was not doing well.
Anakin. My poor injured little
Yeah,
Anakin.
yeah, he is quite significantly injured, Anakin.
He's been really good too. He has done well.
And again, had we realized coordinated fire and all that, he probably would have done way better too.
Yes.
So it's just it's remembering the cards.
It's remembering. There's a lot of remembering.
Ow! What?
Ooh, that was good.
Well, they're B1s.
Well, you got a good point there. You make a good point.
Yeah,
It's valid. It's
that's
valid.
you.
Anakin against the B1 should do
You
well.
kicked
Now
the
you're
vicious
like, and
puppies.
this is how I respond.
This is how we do it. Yes, Vader's fury.
I can just see that song playing while while Darth walks up to Anakin.
Oh yeah,
And
again,
then they both just break out and dance.
right. It's a
Yeah.
dance off at this point. So your hatred makes you more powerful. I took the damage. Again, I don't care. I just wanted to hurt you as much as possible this game, and why not? The more I wound you,
This is his last because we've gone through 2 wounds now,
yes,
or injured, I guess. So
and
I'm
each
on my last one.
yeah. Now I didn't score the point, and there was no way I could have scored a point. That was game.
That was game, and you almost took him out.
I almost took him
You
out.
almost did. I think he had one
So close too.
left. Yeah.
That was a great game, Nikki.
Good game.
That was a fun first game to play against you in Shatterpoint.
Yeah, it was a good time. I know you had a great time playing Darth Vader, so.
I was a little bit focused doing one specific task, but he did it so very well.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, sometimes you just got to have fun.
Yeah, and I really what hit me was when Dooku went down so quick, phase 1. I had a sneaking suspicion, and not only that, I did not set myself up correctly. I messed up with the Magna droids. I was not reading the rules correctly the first time, and thought they could do more with Vader and support him more. But really, they are designed specifically for separatists and separatist primaries specifically. I was expecting every time Vader moved that the Magna Guard next to him would also move. I thought, hey, this would be fun. I'd have cover for him too. That's not the way they work. It's
Yeah.
separatist primaries only. Um, and I did not, again, I did not do a great job maneuvering them. And then when Dooku went down, that was kind of, I started off on the wrong foot with that round.
Yeah. Well, I had a good time. I think uh, getting the clones, like learning how they work and everything. I think I'm doing a lot better with that, but there's a lot to remember. So I know I forgot a few things.
And that's the thing too. I think the clones, and when I played them, I felt kind of overwhelmed with all the ways that they work with each other.
Hmm.
And it's not like it's simple, like you read the card you have, but you've also got to read every other clone or Galactic Republic card that could possibly be giving them some kind of bonus. So, in other
Right.
words, coordinated fire, great example.
Yeah. Which I did that a lot. No, not coordinated fire. What was it I
You did
was doing?
defensive maneuver,
Defensoring maneuver. That I did all the time. It was coordinated fire I forgot a
and
lot.
I don't think I ever used it when I played.
I think I used it like my first.
You put it on my B1s, and that was big
Yeah.
because that forced them
So
to make that choice of what they, if they're going to remove it or not.
when I played it, it was successful usually. So, but I did forget a few times. So, I think I just have to play them over and over again so I just kind of get it down.
That's kind of the problem too. We play a limited number of games of these. We try to play a variety of units, so we never really get a hyper focus on anybody.
Mhm.
And this game is built on synergies. Clones are a great example of that. I know reading through the Inquisitors, they're big on that as well. So you've really got to learn how, when one person does one thing, how does that affect the rest of your army?
Yeah.
And that's just, it'll come with time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I do feel a little bit overwhelmed sometimes, and I know I've forgotten the rule every time I played the clones. I was rather impressed that you got it that first round, and it's a fairly powerful
Yeah,
ability.
because I was reading over my cards, so I just had that fresh in my mind right when the game started. So,
And
yeah.
and then the one other rule, we were focusing on making sure we did Ingress right. When I also failed to take into account wounded, and that affected you too, believe it or so. Anakin, when he was injured, should have cost him an extra force every time he force jumped.
Hmm.
Dooku, I know I did some things with him, like his ability that allows me to change hits into misses. I spent 3 force power. I should have spent four with Dooku.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's a commitment right
That
there.
that
That's a
well,
lot of horsepower.
it is. So we're still learning. We did make some mistakes, but overall, I thought that went very well.
I thought it went well. I was happy with it. Obviously, we are open to criticism.
Absolutely, we're just trying to get
But
better.
yeah, we're learning. So,
So with that in mind, we've played quite a few Shatterpoint games, and we feel like it's time to get back to good old MCP.
yep. So they have to share
They
us.
have to share. And that's it. Again, I hope people appreciate it. Does This is not a complaint. You're having to learn two rule systems and keep those in mind. So now when I'm going to play MCP, I'm going to be thinking about shoving and pushing and all that and objectives, and that's not how MCP works, at least not in this edition. But I'm rather excited about our next
I don't
game.
know. It feels like a lot of people who play MCP are playing Shatterpoint.
I agree.
So yeah.
So
So everybody's in the same boat.
everyone's in the same boat. But we got some new people in. Mbaku,
Oh yeah.
heck
I
yeah!
am so excited. I loved that character in the MCU, and I think this one is based on the MCU, right?
I believe that was their comment. It's the first time ever because him in the comics were radically different. He was a villain in the comics, and this one he's more of a uneasy ally. That tribe. So I was super excited about him. I know there's some more rules coming out based off of like waterfalls and things like that for Wakanda in the future as well. We have Claw. We won't be bringing him. I'm also working on Cosmic Ghost Rider, so maybe by the next game we'll see him in the game. Not sure yet, but M'Baku 100% will be in the next game, and you're going to be taking Wakanda against somebody. Not sure yet.
Oh, I thought you were playing Wakanda.
I thought you were going to play him.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We just want him on the table. We just want
Yes,
Wakanda on
we
the
just want
table.
to see it.
But regardless, the next game will be MCP Wakanda versus question mark. Not sure yet. but it's going to be fun regardless.
All right, cool.
Well, we appreciate everyone watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.